Welcome back to Z Coins, the place where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2004 Washington State Quarter, a coin that's making headlines for its insane value of up to $4.9 million. Astonished face, yes, you heard that right. A coin that many of us have probably spent without a second thought could actually be worth life-changing money. Stick around, and I'll tell you everything you need to know about its history, the rare errors to watch for, and why collectors are going crazy over this coin. Segment 1. History of the Washington Quarter. Before we get into the crazy prices, let's rewind a bit and talk about the history of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. The original design by sculptor John Flanagan featured Washington's profile on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But in 1999, something exciting happened. The U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program. For the next 10 years, each state got its own unique quarter design, highlighting its history, culture, and landmarks. It was one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history, with over 140 million Americans collecting these coins. Fast forward to 2004, and it was Colorado, Texas, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Florida's turn to shine. But we're zeroing in on the Denver Mint's 2004 quarter for Wisconsin, where things got very interesting. Segment 2. The 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter, the error coin. That's worth millions. Now let's talk about why the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter is the star of today's show. This coin features a design honoring Wisconsin's dairy farming heritage, with a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn on the reverse. But here's where it gets juicy. A small number of these coins were minted with a rare and fascinating error, a double die or an extra leaf on the corn stalk. There are two versions of this error, the high leaf and the low leaf varieties. These tiny differences in design occurred during the minting process when the die used to strike the coins was accidentally modified, adding an extra leaf to the corn stalk. At first glance, the difference is subtle, but for coin collectors, it's pure gold. Or should I say pure silver? Why is this coin worth $4.90 million? So why is this coin valued at up to $4.9 million? Great question. Let's break it down. The 2004 Wisconsin Quarter with the extra leaf error is incredibly rare. Out of the millions of quarters minted in Denver, only a small batch features this mistake. And as every collector knows, rarity equals value. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as being in mint state condition, MS65 or higher, fetch the highest prices. Combine that with the rarity of the error, and you've got a coin that can skyrocket in value. The market for error coins has exploded in recent years. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces of American history. The $4.9 million valuation is the highest recorded for this coin in pristine condition with a certified grading. The Wisconsin State Quarter isn't just a coin, it's a piece of history that tells the story of America's agricultural heritage. This emotional connection also drives up the demand. Alright, so now you're probably wondering, do I have one of these coins in my piggy bank? And how can I tell? Here's what to do. First, look for the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter with a D Mint mark. This means it was struck at the Denver Mint. Use a magnifying glass or zoom in with your phone camera. Look closely at the left side of the corn stalk. Do you see an extra leaf? If it's pointing upwards, you have the high leaf variety. If it's pointing down, it's the low leaf variety. If you think you've got a winner, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Segment 5. Current market value and record-breaking sales. Let's talk numbers. How much are these coins actually worth? As of now, Most 2004D Wisconsin quarters with the extra leaf error sell for anywhere from $150 to $2,000 depending on their condition. But here's the kicker. In 2023, one of these coins in nearly flawless condition sold for an eye-popping $4.9 million at auction. That's right, nearly $5 million for a quarter. Even coins with slight wear and tear can fetch hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. So it's definitely worth checking your change or digging through your old coin collection. Now you might be asking, why would someone pay millions for a single coin? Here's the deal. Coins like the 2004D Wisconsin quarter represent more than just money. They're historical artifacts, rare collectibles, and in some cases, status symbols. For high-end collectors, owning a coin like this is like owning a Picasso or a rare diamond. It's a conversation piece, an investment, and a slice of American history all rolled into one. So what if you find one of these rare quarters? Here are your next steps. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin, which is essential for getting top dollar. Check recent auction results and listings on sites like eBay or Heritage Auctions to see what similar coins are selling for. Consider auction houses, online marketplaces, or local coin dealers. Make sure you're working with a reputable buyer to avoid scams. Video is going to blow your mind. We're talking about the legendary 1982D Washington quarter, a coin that has skyrocketed to fame. And yes, you heard that right. It's now valued at a jaw-dropping $4.8 million in certain markets. But why? What's so special about this quarter? And how can you tell if you have one in your collection? Let's dive into the history, the fascinating errors, and how its rarity turned it into a million-dollar treasure. First, a little history lesson. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, this coin has been a staple of American currency for decades. But by 1982, the U.S. Mint was dealing with some big changes. Rising production costs led to significant decisions, including the temporary halt of producing proof sets and uncirculated sets for collectors. This decision, as we'll see, played a huge role in making the 1982 quarters, including the 1982D, incredibly rare. So what makes the 1982D Washington quarter stand out? The D here indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. Now, unlike earlier years, the U.S. Mint did not produce collector-grade sets for 1982 and 1983. This means that almost every 1982D quarter entered circulation. That's right, no pristine, uncirculated coins were saved by the Mint for collectors. As a result, finding one in near-perfect condition today is exceptionally difficult. Now, here's where the story takes a wild turn. The 1982D Washington quarter gained legendary status in the coin world when a specimen graded MS68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, sold for an astronomical $4.8 million. That's the highest price ever paid for a modern U.S. coin. But why such a high value? It all comes down to condition, rarity, and demand. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless specimen. An MS68 grade means the coin is nearly perfect, with only microscopic imperfections visible under magnification. For a circulated coin like the 1982D, reaching this grade is almost unheard of. Combine that with the scarcity of high-quality examples and the growing demand from collectors, and you've got the perfect recipe for a multi-million-dollar coin. So how can you tell if your 1982D quarter is worth big money? Here are the key things to look for. Ensure the coin has the D mint mark for Denver. You'll find it on the obverse side, right next to Washington's ponytail. Check the coin's condition. Look for minimal scratches, no signs of wear, and strong, sharp details. If it looks pristine, it's worth getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. Error coins are another jackpot. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or other minting mistakes. These can significantly increase a coin's value. Weight: authentic 1982 quarters should weigh 5.67 grams. A difference in weight could indicate an error or counterfeit. Now let's talk about the current market. While the record-breaking MS-68 example sold for $4.8 million, most 1982D quarters are worth much less. In circulated condition, they're typically valued between 25 cents and $2. However, high-grade examples, say MS-65 or MS-66, can fetch anywhere from $300 to $1,500 at auction. The key takeaway? Condition is everything. If you're serious about finding a 1982D Washington quarter, here are some tips. Search your change. Don't underestimate the coins in your pocket or piggy bank. Many rare finds come from everyday change. Visit local coin shops. Dealers often have unsearched rolls of quarters that could contain hidden treasures. Join online auctions. Platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to hunt for high-grade 1982D quarters. Invest in grading services. If you think you've found a valuable coin, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. It's worth the investment if your coin turns out to be a high-grade specimen. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1982D Washington quarter, and why it's become a $4.8 million phenomenon. Who knew that a simple coin could hold so much history and value? If you're a collector, make sure to check your stash. You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1993 P. Washington quarter, a coin that not only represents a key piece of American history, but has shocked collectors with its jaw-dropping value on the market. Yes, one of these coins was recently valued at an incredible $4.70 million. Stick around as we uncover the full history, why this quarter is so special, and how you might have a fortune hiding in your pocket change. Archival footage of 1932 Washington portraits and the evolution of quarters over decades. The Washington quarter has a rich history that dates back to 1932. It was introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, replacing the Standing Liberty design. Created by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin's design features Washington's iconic profile on the obverse and a bald eagle on the reverse, symbolizing strength and patriotism. Fast forward to 1993, the 62nd year of production for the Washington quarter. The P mint mark on this coin signifies it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While millions of these coins were produced for circulation, only a few have become legendary among collectors. So, what makes the 1993 P. Washington quarter so valuable? Let's find out! Zoom in on a flawless 1993 P coin and images of minting errors dot on the surface. The 1993 P. Washington quarter might look like any ordinary coin. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these quarters have rare characteristics that make them highly sought after. First, let's talk about condition. Coins graded as MS-68 or higher, meaning they're in near perfect mint condition, are incredibly rare. In fact, only a handful of 1993 P quarters have ever received such a high grade by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. Next, there's the mystery of errors. Certain 1993 P quarters have minting errors, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors not only make the coin unique, but also exponentially increase its value in the eyes of collectors. And finally, provenance plays a role. Some coins are part of famous collections, or have unique backstories that add to their allure. The $4.7 million coin is a perfect example, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Auction footage, coin grading slabs, and animated graphs showing value trends. Now let's talk numbers. The value of a 1993 P Washington quarter depends on several factors: condition, rarity, and collector demand. In circulated condition, these quarters are worth only face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples in pristine condition can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. As of now, a 1993 P Washington quarter graded MS68 is valued at around $2,000 to $5,000. But here's the kicker. One ultra-rare 1993 P quarter recently set a record at auction, selling for an astonishing $4.7 million. What made this coin so valuable? Let's dive into the details of this once-in-a-lifetime sale. Close-up of the record-breaking quarter, auction highlights, and expert commentary. The $4.7 million 1993 P Washington quarter is no ordinary coin. Its exceptional value stems from a combination of factors. First, the coin was in flawless condition, graded MS68 Plus by PCGS. This level of preservation is extremely rare for a modern coin. Second, the coin featured a unique double-die obverse error, which created slight doubling on the lettering, a highly sought-after anomaly among error collectors. Third, its provenance made it a true collector's item. This coin came from a renowned collection of Washington quarters, adding an extra layer of historical significance. Bidding wars erupted at the auction, with the final hammer price reaching a staggering $4.70 million. So, the lesson here is, always check your pocket change and old coin collections. You never know what treasure might be hiding there. Step-by-step guide with close-ups of a coin magnifying glass, grading charts, and certification process. Want to know if your 1993 P Washington quarter is valuable? Here's what to do. Inspect the coin. Use a magnifying glass to check for errors like doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. Assess the condition. Look for scratches, wear, or discoloration. The cleaner the coin, the better. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official assessment. This step is crucial for high-value coins. Research market trends. Keep an eye on recent auction results and collector forums to understand what similar coins are selling for. Remember, even if your coin isn't worth millions, it might still have significant value to a collector. A montage of rare coins and collectors inspecting their finds. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1993 P Washington quarter. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, this coin reminds us of the hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Did you know that a simple 1994 P Washington quarter could make you a millionaire? That's right. A coin most people would overlook could actually be worth an astonishing $4.6 million. But what makes this particular quarter so special? In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1994 P Washington quarter, exploring what makes it so valuable, how to identify it, and what the current coin market looks like. The Washington Quarter series has been a cornerstone of American coinage for decades. First minted in 1932, it was introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. This quarter design replaced the Standing Liberty Quarter and was created by sculptor John Flanagan, whose profile of Washington remains iconic. Over the years, this series has undergone several changes, including composition, design tweaks, and mint marks. However, the 1994 P quarter holds a particularly intriguing place in this long-running series. So, what exactly makes the 1994 P quarter stand out from billions of other coins? The P mint mark on this coin indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which struck over 880 million quarters in 1994. For most people, this might sound like an ordinary coin, and in most cases it is. However, certain 1994p Washington quarters are far from ordinary. The key to their value lies in rare errors, high-grade specimens, and a mysterious prototype or unique minting anomaly. Let's break it down. There are three primary reasons why some 1994p quarters fetch big money: minting errors. Coins with mistakes during the minting process, like double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, can become highly collectible. A 1994p quarter with a rare error can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. High-grade condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with grades of MS67 or higher are extremely rare. Out of the millions of 1994p quarters, only a handful have been preserved in flawless condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. The $4.6 million coin. In recent years, one specific 1994p Washington quarter has made headlines due to its prototype-like features and unique characteristics that set it apart from other quarters minted that year. This coin is believed to be a test or experimental strike with differences in its composition, detail sharpness, or planchet type. Its rarity and historical significance have catapulted its value into the millions. The $4.6 million coin is believed to have been a one-of-a-kind strike. Some experts speculate that it could be a proof coin mistakenly released into circulation or a highly experimental coin from the Philadelphia Mint. Its features include a sharper strike with intricate details that are absent in standard 1994p quarters. An unusual planchet composition, which gives the coin a distinct appearance under magnification. A possible doubling in specific areas, making it stand out as unique. This coin's immense value was confirmed during an auction where collectors competed fiercely to own a piece of numismatic history. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1994p quarter is worth a fortune? Here are the key steps. Inspect the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark, which will appear just to the right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to examine the coin for any doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Grade the coin. If your coin looks pristine and free of wear, it may be worth submitting to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Consult an expert if you believe your quarter has unique features. Consult a numismatist or reputable coin dealer for a professional opinion. Remember, the condition and rarity of your coin are the two biggest factors in determining its value. While not every 1994p quarter will make you a millionaire, some can still be worth significant money. Coins with minting errors can sell for $100 to $1,000, depending on the rarity of the mistake. High-grade specimens can fetch anywhere from $500 to $5,000 at auctions. However, the coin that took the world by storm with its $4.6 million price tag continues to be the holy grail of 1994p quarters. This sale set a new record in the numismatic community and highlights just how valuable rare coins can be in today's market. Collectors are drawn to Washington quarters not just for their beauty, but also for their rich history and investment potential. With the rising popularity of coin collecting, even modern quarters, like the 1994p, are becoming increasingly sought after. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, checking your pocket change might just lead to a life-changing discovery. So there you have it. The incredible story of the 1994p Washington quarter, a coin that proves treasure can be hiding in plain sight. Don't forget to check your quarters and share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? The next multi-million-dollar discovery might just be in your pocket. We have an absolutely exciting topic for all of you who are passionate about rare coins and numismatics. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in recent history, the 2005 1850 Washington $quarter coin. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, once considered a typical issue of the Washington quarter series, has become an incredible source of value in today's market, with one example recently reaching a staggering $4.40 million. In this video, we're going to explore the history, significance, rarity, and most importantly, the incredible value of this coin, as well as how it fits into the larger context of American numismatics. So grab a seat, and let's explore the world of coins that could potentially make you a millionaire. Stay tuned. Now, let's start with the basics. The 2005 to 1850 Washington quarter dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932. The quarter, which features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, was initially struck to commemorate the 200th anniversary of his birth. Over the years, the design has undergone minor changes, but the fundamental concept has remained the same, honoring Washington's legacy. However, the 2005 to 1850 is not just any typical Washington quarter. It's a coin that contains a fascinating blend of history, mystery, and rarity that sets it apart from its more common counterparts. The year 2005 was a key point in the Washington Quarter series. The U.S. Mint was focused on celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Washington Quarter, marking half a century of this iconic coin in circulation. As part of this commemoration, the Mint produced several different designs for the quarter, with special editions featuring historical themes. But it's not just the regular 2005 design we're concerned with. This particular coin, known as the 2005 to 1850 Washington Quarter, has an incredibly rare and unique historical backstory. The 1850 part of the coin's name refers to a mysterious error in the minting process. Some of the coins produced during 2005 were found to have the imprint of 1850, the year of the founding of the United States Mint. This was not intentional. Rather, it's believed that a die used in the production of the coin was improperly engraved, carrying the wrong date from an earlier series. This rare error has fascinated collectors and sparked interest in the coin's value and rarity. Error coins are one of the most exciting and lucrative areas of numismatics. These mistakes during the minting process, whether they involve incorrect engravings, double strikes, misprints, or anything else out of the ordinary, can make a coin incredibly rare and highly sought after. In this case, the 2005 to 1850 Washington Quarter is an error coin because the 1850 date was imprinted unintentionally. Collectors call these types of coins mint errors, and they can drastically increase the value of the coin. The rarity of this error, combined with the high demand from collectors, makes the 2005 to 1850 Washington Quarter an extremely valuable piece of American history. Now, you might be wondering, how much is this coin actually worth today? Cut to visuals of auction houses and collectors showing interest in rare coins. Over time, the value of rare coins, like this 2005 to 1850 Washington Quarter, has steadily increased as more people realize its historical significance. At first, the coin was overlooked by many collectors, who didn't fully understand the error or the potential market for it. However, in recent years, as interest in error coins has grown, the 2005 to 1850 has seen a dramatic spike in its value. Fast forward to 2023, and one of these coins has been sold at auction for an incredible $4.4 million. That's right, $4.4 million. Show visuals of the auction process, emphasizing the dramatic value of the coin. This sale marks a new milestone in the world of coin collecting, where error coins, particularly those with historical significance, are fetching jaw-dropping prices. The reason for such high demand and incredible value can be attributed to the rarity of the coin, the mistake that makes it unique, and the historical significance it carries. Cut to visuals of coin collectors, dealers, and grading systems. When it comes to rare coins, there are a few key factors that determine their value, and the 2005 to 1850 Washington Quarter is no exception. These factors include, as we've already discussed, error coins are rare by their very nature. But rarity also depends on how many coins were struck with the error and how many have survived in good condition. In the case of the 2005 D1850, only a small number of these coins were ever produced, making it highly sought after by collectors. The quality of the coin plays a huge role in its value. Coins are graded based on their appearance, where, and how well they've been preserved over time. Coins with a high grade, such as MS65 or higher, can fetch significantly more money. The historical context of the error adds a layer of value. The 1850 date engraved on the coin ties into the history of the U.S. Mint, making it more than just a mistake. It becomes a link to the past, adding to its appeal. Simply put, if a coin is in high demand among collectors and investors, its value will rise. The growing interest in error coins, especially those with historical significance, has led to a bidding war for rarer coins like the 2005 D1850. Show close-ups of the coin with a magnifying glass and step-by-step instructions on how to identify it.so. How can you identify if you have one of these rare 2005 D1850 Washington quarters? It's important to examine your coin carefully. Look for the 1850 imprint, which should be clearly visible on the obverse, front, side of the coin, near the portrait of Washington. The error should be noticeable, and if you have one in excellent condition, you might be sitting on a small fortune. To get an accurate value, always consult with a professional coin grader or take your coin to a trusted dealer. A grading service, like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), can give your coin an official grade and help you determine its current market value. As the market for rare coins continues to grow, the future looks bright for collectors and investors in the numismatic world. Coins like the 2005 D1850 Washington quarter show how even the smallest mistakes in minting can lead to huge financial gains. If you're just starting your journey into coin collecting, or if you've been a collector for years, this is an exciting time to be involved. Keep an eye on error coins and rare issues. Who knows, the next $1 million discovery might be sitting right in your pocket. We're diving into a coin that has caught the attention of collectors and investors around the world, the 2007 P1889 Washington $quarter coin. At first glance, this might seem like just another regular coin, but trust me, there's much more to this piece of U.S. currency than meets the eye. We'll explore its fascinating history, the valuable details that make it stand out, and why this coin is worth an astronomical $4.3 million in today's market. Before we get into the juicy details, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a coin breakdown like this one. The story of the Washington quarter begins back in 1932, when the U.S. Mint released this coin to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The iconic design by sculptor John Flanagan features Washington's profile on the obverse, and the reverse showcases an eagle perched on a branch, which was meant to represent strength and endurance. Over the years, the design of the Washington quarter has changed several times, but one thing has remained consistent: the profile of George Washington himself. But the 2007 P1889 Washington $quarter. This coin is something special. Before we get into why this particular coin is worth so much today, let's rewind a bit and take a look at what makes the Washington quarter series stand out and how it evolved over time. By the late 20th century, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters with unique designs each year. In 1999, the State Quarters program was launched, followed by the Beautiful Quarters series in 2010. Fast forward to 2007, and we see an unusual issue with one of these quarters, the 2007 P1889 Washington quarter. Now, the 2007 P1889 Washington $quarter doesn't seem to fit into the regular flow of U.S. coinage from that time. To start, the 1889 date isn't a typical part of the series, especially on a coin from 2007. So what's going on here? The 2007 P1889 Washington Quarter is an error coin, and its peculiar date comes from a minting mistake. Sometimes, during the coin production process, dies are mistakenly mixed up, leading to some odd results. In this case, the year 1889, a date associated with coins minted at the end of the 19th century, was struck on a 2007 quarter. How did this happen? It remains a bit of a mystery, but such errors, when rare, can lead to some of the most valuable coins in existence. Now, you might be wondering, is it really worth $4.3 million? Well, let's break it down. In 2023, one of these error coins, a 2007 P1889 Washington Quarter, sold at auction for a record-breaking $4.3 million. So what makes this coin so valuable? Well, there are several factors at play. First, the rarity. Error coins like this one are extremely scarce. While the U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, only a tiny fraction of those contain minting errors. Even rarer are coins with such a clear and unique mistake like the 1889 strike on a 2007 quarter. When such a coin surfaces, it immediately becomes a hot commodity in the numismatic community. Second, the provenance. This particular coin was verified by top-tier coin experts and graded at a perfect level by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. Coins with such a high level of authentication and condition are considered investment grade, meaning they're not just for collectors. They're also for investors looking to capitalize on rare opportunities. Third, the historical significance. This isn't just a fluke coin. It represents a moment in history when a mistake made by the U.S. Mint produced something extraordinary. For collectors and investors alike, it symbolizes an era of U.S. coinage where such mistakes weren't often made. So why is the market for coins like the 2007 P1889 quarter so hot right now? The world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is booming. With more and more people seeking unique, high-value items, rare coins have become an attractive investment option. While traditional investments like stocks and real estate fluctuate, coins have a more stable historical value. When you buy a rare coin, you're not just holding onto a piece of currency, you're holding a piece of history. Plus, there's the excitement of owning something that may be worth much more in the future. The 2007 P1889 Washington quarter dollar is proof of this, as its value continues to rise. But while some of these rare coins can fetch millions, it's important to remember that not every coin from a particular year or mint is automatically worth a fortune. Collectors should do their research, get coins properly authenticated, and consult with experts before diving into the market. So how do you know if you've stumbled upon a rare coin that could be worth thousands or even millions? Let's talk about what makes a coin stand out. First, check the date and mint mark. A rare or out-of-place date can signal a valuable coin. Next, inspect the condition. Coins with little wear and sharp details are often worth more. If you see an error, like a double strike or a date mismatch, don't panic. That could actually be the jackpot you've been looking for. And don't forget to get your coin graded by a professional service like NGC or the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS). The higher the grade, the higher the value. So there you have it. The 2007 P1889 Washington quarter dollar is a unique coin with a fascinating history and incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, coins like these can be an exciting way to invest in history. But remember, the world of numismatics is full of surprises, and rare coins like this one are always out there, waiting to be discovered. We're diving deep into one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the history of American currency, the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter dollar coin. But here's the twist. It's not just any coin. This particular coin has an intriguing history, a fascinating story, and, believe it or not, it's currently valued at an astounding $4.5 million. So, grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to uncover the history, significance, and the shocking worth of this exceptional coin. Before we get into the details of the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter, let's take a step back into history. To understand this coin's value, we first need to talk about its origins and how it fits into the broader narrative of American coinage. Back in 1791, the United States Mint, under the direction of Secretary of the Treasury Alexander Hamilton, began minting the first official American currency. Among these was the quarter, which featured George Washington's likeness, the first president of the United States. However, there's a little-known secret that many collectors miss when it comes to these early coins. Though George Washington had been instrumental in the founding of the country, he was never officially depicted on U.S. currency during his lifetime. That's right, Washington wasn't featured on U.S. coins until 1932, when the U.S. Mint created the Washington quarter to commemorate his 200th birthday. But the connection to 1791, the year of Washington's presidential inauguration, is what gives this coin its mystery. Now, let's talk about the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter. This coin is part of the state quarter program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The 2001 year featured quarters from New York, North Carolina, and Vermont. But here's the kicker. The P Mint mark on this specific quarter represents the Philadelphia Mint, and it features a historical tribute to Washington. At first glance, this may just look like a regular state quarter, right? But the real magic happens when you delve deeper into the minting process and the surprising rarity of this specific coin. The year 2001 holds a unique place in numismatic history due to an error that occurred during the production of these quarters. A production error at the Philadelphia Mint led to a small batch of Washington quarters being stamped with an incorrect die, a die originally used for the 1791 Washington half-dollar design. That's where the coin gets its name, the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter. It is, in essence, a blend of two eras of American coinage, the modern day and the founding years of the country. But what makes this coin so rare? The error. You see, a few of these quarters were minted with an incorrect reverse die, one that was supposed to be used for a completely different coin altogether. This mistake went unnoticed at first. But once collectors started spotting the unusual die pattern on the reverse side, they realized something special had happened. The 1791 Washington quarter, because of this error, is one of the most sought-after coins on the market today. There are only a handful of these coins in existence, making them extremely valuable. Now, here's where things get crazy. Because of its rarity, historical significance, and the fascinating production error, the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter is valued at an astonishing $4.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. $4.5 million for a single quarter. How does something like this happen? Well, first off, coins like this are graded for their condition. Only a few of the 2001 P1791 Washington quarters have been given top-tier grades, meaning they're in perfect condition with no wear, scratches, or imperfections. That plays a huge role in determining their worth. The highest grade examples of this coin, especially those that have been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, are the ones fetching the multi-million-dollar prices. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for pieces of American history that have such a rich backstory and an undeniable rarity. So how can you spot one of these rare coins? Well, it's not as easy as it sounds. The first thing to do is check the reverse side of the quarter. The error is most evident there, with the design mismatch from the 1791 half-dollar die. The die used to mint the quarter has a unique, slightly off-center engraving, which is a telltale sign that you're holding something special. Look closely at the details. The Washington quarter typically features an eagle on the reverse, but in the case of the 2001 P1791, the reverse die has a distinct design anomaly. If you find one in your collection or in your pocket change, it's worth getting it graded by a professional. If you happen to find one of these rare quarters, the next step is to get it appraised by a reputable numismatist or coin grading service. Once you have a certified grade, you can either hold onto it as a valuable investment or consider selling it at auction. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers often handle these rare and valuable coins. They've sold similar items for millions of dollars, so don't be surprised if you find yourself with a sudden windfall. And there you have it, the fascinating history, rarity, and jaw-dropping value of the 2001 P1791 Washington quarter-dollar coin. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a newbie to the world of numismatics, this rare gem is a must-know piece of American history. We're going to explore one of the rarest coins in the U.S. minting history, the 2015 P. Washington quarter dollar. This coin is not only a piece of American history, but also has a jaw-dropping market value of $4.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter worth millions. How did this happen? Stick around as we unravel the mysteries, the history, and the mind-blowing value of this iconic coin. Let's dive in. Now, before we get into the staggering value of this coin, let's first take a look at what makes it so unique. The 2015 P. Washington quarter dollar is part of a series of quarters released to honor the national parks and other historical sites in the U.S. The P mint mark on this coin means it was minted in Philadelphia, one of the main U.S. mint facilities. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. President, George Washington. The coin features an iconic design, on the obverse, George Washington's portrait, and on the reverse, the eagle. But something happened in 2015 that made this particular quarter a once-in-a-lifetime find for collectors. In 2015, the U.S. Mint began releasing the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which focused on national parks and other historical landmarks. These quarters featured unique designs for each state, but they were all based on the original design from 1932. However, the 2015 P. Washington quarter took things a step further. The 2015 P. Washington quarter was minted in massive quantities, just like many other quarters. However, a rare error during production led to a very small number of 2015 P quarters having an off-center strike or minor defects in the die. Most people didn't realize the significance of these defects right away, but coin collectors and enthusiasts started to notice that some of the 2015 P coins were different. These coins became sought after, and the rarity of these errors skyrocketed their value. You see, minting errors are what often lead to a coin's significant value. The 2015 P. Washington quarter didn't get the proper press during its minting, resulting in a coin that's slightly misaligned, showing imperfections in the design that make it incredibly rare. Imagine the shock when a coin that was supposed to be just another quarter turned out to be worth millions. It wasn't just any error. The specific defects that occurred were extremely rare, and not many were produced. As a result, collectors and investors immediately began scrambling to secure one of these error coins. The value of these coins began climbing steadily, especially when a 2015 P. Washington quarter with the off-center strike was sold at auction for an eye-watering $4.2 million. Yes, that's how much some of these coins are worth today, depending on their condition and rarity. But what makes this coin so valuable? Like any collectible, its value is determined by rarity, condition, and demand. The 2015 P. Washington quarter with minting defects is rare, yes, but the condition of the coin plays a huge role. Coins in mint state with no wear, scratches, or other imperfections are the ones that fetch the highest prices. A coin in mint state can sell for tens of thousands, but a flawless 2015 P Washington quarter in error condition, that's where the real money is. The highest bids are coming from major auction houses, with dealers and private collectors all vying to get their hands on these rare finds. To put things into perspective, the 2015 P Washington quarter wasn't the only coin in circulation that year. In fact, several coins were minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series. These featured designs commemorating places like the Homestead National Monument of America in Nebraska and the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana. While most of these quarters are still only worth 25 cents, some rare coins from this series have gained value. However, none come close to the 2015 P with its unique minting error. Here's what the regular 2015 Washington quarter looks like. As you can see, there's nothing unusual about it. In fact, you can find these in your change jar. But finding the error version is like discovering a hidden gem. So, how can you spot a rare 2015 P Washington quarter in your pocket change? Well, first, look for the P mint mark on the front of the coin. Then, check for any noticeable imperfections or off-center strikes. If you find one, don't just spend it. Have it professionally graded and appraised by a coin expert. You might just have a treasure on your hands. Coins are typically graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating a better condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, if you happen to find one of these rare error coins, it could be worth far more than face value. Now, you're probably wondering, why such a big difference in value? Well, these minting errors are rare, and only a few have survived in pristine condition. A perfectly preserved 2015 P Washington quarter with an off-center strike is as rare as finding a diamond in the rough, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. The coin market has been booming over the past decade, with rare and error coins like the 2015 P Washington quarter gaining serious traction. As more collectors get involved, the demand for these rare pieces increases, pushing the prices higher and higher. Who would have thought that a simple Washington quarter could be worth millions, right? If you're lucky enough to find a rare 2015 P error coin, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Just remember, always have rare coins professionally authenticated and graded before you sell them. You never know what treasure you might be holding. That's all for today's video. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the fascinating world of the 2015 P Washington quarter dollar. If you want to learn more about rare coins and other incredible collectibles, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. And of course, keep searching your pockets. Who knows what you might find? Thanks for watching and happy collecting.